Madam Nuhu Ribadu, it's good to see you again after all the events of your life in exile. I think the last time we met was in the UK when you came for the May 29 event last year.
It's been quite a while.
How have you been feeling?
Wonderful. Good. I'm happy. I'm in Abuja. It's good, really. It feels good to be home. It's a wonderful thing, really, to be back with your own people and to be part of the Nigerian thing again. I'm a happy person.
And then we suddenly heard that you want to become Nigeria's president. So, and all the emphasis is on your credentials as an anti-corruption fighter.
Yes.
So what other aspects of your life do you think has prepared you for your aspiration?
Well, it's true. I do have the intention to seek to contest the office of President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And like you said, people are talking about me, and maybe mostly on issues to do with anti-corruption or what we attempted to do in addressing the problem of corruption in Nigeria. But I'm Nuhu Ribadu, a Nigerian that got qualified after graduating as a graduate of Ahmadu Bello University in 1983. Went to the law school, qualified as a lawyer, and then went and did my NYSC. And after that, decided on my own, after being a qualified lawyer, and I want to see and check those who are today attempting to also be candidates in Nigeria, maybe compare my own and their own. I joined the Nigerian police force willingly, on my own. And I worked for the government of Nigeria for 25 years. 25 years of my life, I put it into public service. And I don't know any other person who could say of that, who might have that as his own in terms of years of public service. I was a police officer. As a police officer, I did community work. I fought for what was right and justice. I did the normal, regular police work, even being qualified as a lawyer. Later on, I became a prosecutor. At a point in this country, we have few that could boast of even having convictions. In the 90s, we were one of the best. I was part of the team that handled the failed bank inquiry and the attempt to sanitize the banking sector. I was extremely very active. I participated fully. I was a federal prosecutor. I had convictions, probably more than any other person as at that time in this country. In that capacity also, I was also at one time part of the Interpol. I work at the international level from Nigeria. And after that, I had a chance, I had an opportunity in 2003 to set up a government agency, EFCC. And like I've always been saying, I said this severally, that it was a piece of paper that was given to me as an individual, probably who was working in the Nigerian police force. But to set up an agency, a government agency, and from the onset, I understood clearly what was needed. I set out, and we succeeded. We set up an agency that delivers. It's still the talk of not just Nigeria, but the world. It was an administrative responsibility. It was a responsibility to create something out of nothing. It was not a police work. Neither was it like an EFCC or anti-corruption work. It is about ability for an individual to create something that works. Government agency, build it, bring people, train them, bring the tools, and then it delivers. In that capacity also, I became part of a management team, an economic management team that managed the economy of Nigeria between 2003 to 2007. I was one of the key figures that helped to manage the economy. An economy that at the time when we got in, when we started, was almost at its own needs. For example, the simple thing that in Nigeria in 2003, Nigeria had less than $7 billion in its own reserve. Part of the work we did, and I was central to it, in 2007, we had over 65 billion in our own reserve. In addition to, of course, wiping out the entire debt, the national debt of Nigeria. which was over $30 billion. In addition, of course, to making things in a way that it helped to improve the economy. We started having boom in the capital market, the revitalization of the banking sector. Suddenly things started changing, and I was part of the team. After that, after 2007, after I left the country, I had a chance to be a senior fellow at St. Anthony, Oxford University, one of the best in the world. I was there, and I was part of it. I participated fully in the whole academic exercise that were, that was still at Oxford University. After that, I still had a chance, and I got a job at Center for Global Development, and as part of probably the best data and policy agency in the world in terms of issues to do with growth and development, gender equalities. And I work there, and I'm still a senior fellow at Center for Global Development. I don't know if there is any presidential candidate or anyone who is seeking office today in our country.
Now, if I can bring you back home with the issue of you going into presidency, during your work as EFCC chairman, you must have actually related with the then President Olusegun Obasanjo.
Yes.
And one of the main issues that is coming out of this campaign is that Nuhu Ribadu is being sponsored by the Obasanjo camp to actually divide the northern vote and give Goodluck Jonathan the lead.
That's what they say. I hear all sorts of theories. But I've been going through that. When you confront, people who are not being fair to their own people, when you try to see if you bring change, they will always fight you. I've seen that happen in my life. During the EFCT days, and even after that, at a point I almost lost my life in the course of trying to, when they were desperately trying to go after and get me eliminated. But I thank God, I'm alive, I'm still standing, and they will never give up. They will always get something to say.
So you're not being sponsored by Obasanjo?
Of course, how can? For God's sake, I never knew Obasanjo before I started my EFCC job. Or Obasanjo never got me into police work. Obasanjo didn't know me until the tail end of 2003. And after 2007, after I left EFCC, I have not spoken to Obasanjo. I never called him. He never called me for well over 2 years.
Then what about
I swear to God,
the issue of
not even talking on telephone, but still people will talk about me and Obasanjo.
Well, how about the issue of you using the EFCC to pursue his political opponents?
That is the issue. And then you ask them, who are the people? Go to the records and see the people we attempted to bring to justice. They are all PDP people. They are all people who are close to him. They are all circle of people within the PDP. But it's easy for you to, conveniently change things because it's an easy target, because it's soft. You can always say that, yes, Nuhu Ribadu, because you work under Obasanjo. But people forgot that almost everybody in this country worked under Obasanjo. Atiku Abubakar was his vice president. Nobody is talking about it. Ibrahim Babangida also was member of his own Supreme Council. General Buhari was his Minister of Petroleum. Every individual you could call today who worked for Obasanjo worked under Obasanjo. But it is only Nuhu Ribadu because I had a chance as a public servant to have an opportunity for me to contribute to my country that it has become an issue in my own case. Why aren't they talking about the others? All of them, nobody, all people worked under Obasanjo.
So Obasanjo never interfered?
Absolutely no, never. And it could not have been. How possible? It's one thing in the fight against corruption. The moment you allow yourself to be used, forget about results. We got results simply because we were able to overcome that. We were not corrupt, and we did not allow ourselves to be used or misused. And that's why we can tell you, yes, we had something to show for it. We had convictions to show. We had recoveries to show. Indeed, the work took place. We have the EFCC as it is today to show that indeed we succeeded in what we wanted to do. If you allow yourself to be used in any way, it is impossible for you to get that result.
Then we have the issue of Mrs. Jonathan. There's been reports out there online saying she was prosecuted by your EFCC or she was indicted for trying to take money out.
That's the sad part of it. It's so tragic. As much as I now totally disagree with the president in the way he is managing the country. As much as I totally disagree with PDP, and I will never come close to PDP as it is today, unless, of course, there is a change in the way PDP manage themselves. As much as I disagree with them, I will never be the one to unfairly, go after people for just sake of politics or to take advantage out of it. Of course, people ask me and challenge me. It was a public media event. Someone asked me, did you ever arrest the wife of president, or did you ever? I said never. While I was in the EFCC, while I was in charge of the EFCC, we never took her in to say that we investigated her. We never charged her for anything. Never. And then I remember as at that time, there were 1 or 2 issues that came up. One, of course, we were getting complaints and petitions against people. This is Nigeria for you. You need to see tons and tons of complaints and petitions against individuals, especially during politics. It's possible at the time when they were playing their own politics, people were writing. And I can tell you, no one single politician that somehow people did not petition against. And it's possible, as at that time, there were petitions against her. And we always take these petitions. And I think even in one of my presentations before the National Assembly, we presented petitions that we received against political office holders. It's possible we might have also put as part of those petitions what people were complaining against the then governor of Bayelsa State. And people might have picked it as a case against her. But usually what happened in our own case, when we receive petitions, we go through it, we look at the merit, we check and see, is something that we could go in and move forward with investigation, or it is just a frivolous petition. Those petitions were thoroughly checked, and if there is nothing in terms of anything of substance for you to go on with investigation, we do not do so. But we all give them equal attention at the beginning. At the end of the day, there are petitions that you know it belongs to the dustbin. There are petitions that you must take action. In the case of that lady, I can assure you, while I was chairman of EFCC, we never invited her. We never investigated her. And there was no situation, no one incident I could remember as an individual where we had to investigate her, or even not to talk of charging her to court.
Welcome to Forstview Luxury Hotel. At Forstview Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit Forstview Luxury Hotel. We are located at #1 Adeola off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin Stack, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 08075787135 or 08099900601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.forceviewhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. Forstview Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.